Friel and Christian Hurley first met when they were kids.
He lived like right across the street from me, and I would see him coming and going.
But they didn't really connect until their 20s when they were formally introduced, not by a neighbor, but by Hinge.
I had like a huge crush on him in the past, and so the first like I saw was a guy named Christian who was responding to my prompt and looked really familiar. And he went to a private school where he had to wear like a full suit every day. And so I'd be like, oh, like, who's that boy? He looks so good. He's got a suit on.
While Christian found out Claire caught feels during his first summer break from college.
That's great news, but I am going to school in California.
He decided not to pursue it because they were living across the country from each other. Little did they know they'd be back in the same town again a few years later, this time in Los Angeles, and only 10 minutes apart.
I was sitting at a coffee shop, and I didn't know a lot of people in California, so I was really starting to be like, oh man, like I'm getting lonely. So I opened up Hinge, and the first like that I saw was Christian, and I very much recognized him.
At first, Christian didn't realize who Claire was, but it wasn't long before the two hit it off.
We ended up like closing the bar out, like they had to kick us out because we just kept talking, and both of us, I think, got up to go to the bathroom a couple of times and go like fix our hair. We were both just like very nervous, but I think I can speak for both of us that we both immediately were like, this is gonna work.
Over the years, the two have recalled dozens of common childhood memories and discovered all the times they'd crossed paths without even realizing.
As kids, we had briefly gone to like the same church. Both of us played Little League poorly in the same Little League, same grocery store that we did the shopping at with our mom. So a bunch of like really small kind of kismet type scenarios where it was like we were probably constantly passing each other by and just never like really noticing.
We've found like a lot of like similar photos in our photo albums at like the train station that was like a block away and stuff. And our parents claim we met as babies.
Their connection was strong, so strong that when Claire had to move back to New York soon into their courtship, Christian decided to road trip back with her. Then a couple months later, he moved back to his home state to be with her.
And I was just like, I don't want to lose out on this.
Now, the couple is planning to move in together while chipping away at their goal of visiting every national park. And no matter how much time has passed, the two say keeping the romance alive is a priority.
We both will write each other letters probably like once or twice a month. Literally last night, he came to my door with flowers and a card and dinner that he had cooked for both of us.
Growing up on the same block gave Claire and Christian a lot to bond over, but there is so much more here at play than their shared history that's turned this Hinge match into a lasting relationship.
Christian is so creative and so talented in what he does. And so like to be around him doing that is really interesting and inspiring to me.
I love her. She's so funny, genuinely. Like, I mean, my best friend and partner in crime.